friends, how you doing today? So let's start off with how about a defend battle. We haven't played defend battles in a long time. Let's get started here. We'll just play a quickie, and then the rest of them are probably going to be assaults. Normally I don't really like playing defends too much, you know. It's kind of boring if I don't speed them up. So we'll see what we can talk about in the meantime. If we can actually find a frickin' match, finally, waiting for our opponent here. And what do we got? So we got somebody who's kind of noobalicious, but we're kind of noobalicious as well. So what are we going to do? Why not just randomize? So let's just randomize here, and we have absolutely nothing to use. Absolutely nothing. So we're going to get totally destroyed. Yeah, it's going to be very upsetting, because we can't even really get our mortar. The mortar's going to be what we're going to need to do. I'm just going to seriously have to save up for the mortar using these 50 in-game incomes forever. Cannot get a glue gunner, cannot do anything like that. We're going to have to wait another few seconds here and get the mortar. And the mortar's not even going to be that helpful, which is very sad. Where can we get the mortar? Let's just put it right here. And of course, we're just going to start blowing things up as fast as possible in the end here. And then we need to move it over here. So let's actually just put it over here, and I think this is probably one of the best spots for the mortar right now. If you notice, it's actually doing reasonably okay. I mean, we're not doing fantastic by any means, but we can actually move it around just a little bit if we want to, and to kind of adjust it, maybe get a little bit more pops in. So first things first, let's get our income upgrade. So let's get at least one income upgrade right now. We're going to get a $300 income upgrade, and that's pretty much going to be all we're going to be able to do. Pretty much the entire time. If you notice, this guy's got a ninja, which is definitely going to be very helpful for him. In fact, we may just kind of say screw all of the income upgrades and just start buying every upgrade I possibly can. First things first, probably get the speed upgrade here, the rapid reload. And after that, we can start just kind of trying to save up for the fire upgrade. So let's get fast. Oh, whoa, he sold all this stuff. What's going on here? So he's got a darling gun now. Holy poopsicles. He's got a darling gun. And that thing's going to be extremely helpful if he does get it up to 0-1. A lot more helpful than what I have right now. So I'm basically just relying on the enemy dying before I do. That's the basic plan right now. I don't know. Let's hope. Let's hope for the best, guys. Anyways, lots of green balloons. That's the cannon's worst weakness. Lots and lots of red balloons are probably the best thing he can do. Just pop all those guys. So there we go. And one more shot. Boom. Fantastic. We're down to 110. He's down to 111. So it's a really freaking close game right now. Holy crap, Lola. Are we going to be able to survive? I don't even know. So some freaking mortar action here. I got 2 upgrades for the mortar, so that's pretty darn good. But if you notice, his dartling gun's actually popping all these blue balloons. Oh, and mine are still leaking lots and lots of balloons. Not fun at all. So, oh my goodness, what are we going to get? Well, we still only have $395. We need to get 2 more. We need to wait 12 more seconds for this Bernie stuff upgrade. I think once we get that, we won't be set, but we'll be a lot better off than what we're doing right now. The only real problem is going to be like the blues, or I mean like the pinks and the yellows and stuff like that. Those guys can be extremely hard to beat. So this guy's down. We're basically just like extremely tied right now. That's basically what's going on. Bam, shazam. Okay, let's get the Bernie stuff upgrade and see what kind of damage we can do. Every single balloon that these guys hit will pop down to pretty much nothing up until pinks. So I basically just need to worry about pinks and stuff like that, as well as these fast balloons that I just automatically miss with. If you get the right amount of time, if you get the right timing though, like if you actually use it up in the front here, the Bernie stuff will pop them down. So 75, 94, it looks like we're actually losing pretty darn bad here. I'm going to have to get some sort of bigger blast upgrade here. I really can't do anything else, like getting glue gunners and stuff is not going to work. Saving up for a monkey ace is not going to work as well. Oh man, we should just leave it over here. I keep messing up every time we get yellows and stuff like that. So honestly, I'm really feeling like we're going to totally get destroyed here. But we will continue to try. 65 lives, we're getting close here. Get the bigger blast. So the bigger blast now, and now we can actually probably move it up just a little bit more, and it'll affect all of the balloons in this giant radius. So fantastic, we're doing better here. That pink one should get down to a red, I think, and unless we just completely missed the pink ones, which is extremely sad. And we missed a bunch of yellow ones. Oh no! Oh no! So indeed, we're getting lower and lower, and slowly dying into a deep, dark death. And this guy's not. I'm surprised we actually made it to level 9, though, to be completely honest with you. In fact, this level is going to be easy for me and harder for him. Fantastic. So he's going to have a little bit of trouble actually aiming those big groups of green balloons, while I can actually hit those guys a little bit easier than he can. In fact, what should we do? Should we try and save up for our monkey ace? I don't know. I don't think that's going to be very helpful at all. But I'm hoping that this does some damage to him at least. He's probably going to be able to afford a better Dartling gun pretty darn soon, though. So we're actually able to do some damage with that guy. And now, this is his forte and my weakness. My weakness is lots and lots of really strong balloons. I don't have enough popping power to get those guys. So in fact, it looks like we just lost that game. Sad enough, but look at these random towers. You really can't do anything with those things on defend mode. Defend mode is so hard to do random towers. I got a couple suggestions telling me to do that, and maybe on a different level I could actually make it work a little bit better. But I didn't even have ninja, I didn't have boomerang, I didn't have dart monkey, I didn't have anything to start with really. So anyways, we're on assault mode here, and we are back here again on hydro dams. This is just a hydro dam extravaganza right now. And we're gonna get some of my favorite towers. In fact, let's switch it up a little bit, and let's get a Dartling gun. We're not even gonna get the mortar this time. I'm actually going to get should I get a boat? Should I? No. We'll get a blue gun. Boat's not my favorite. I really don't like boats. Whenever I see somebody using a boat, I'm always just like, they're a big noob. So if I started using boats, I just have to assume that I'm a giant noob right there. So, first things first, start off the cannon. That's what I like to do, start off with the cannon. Eventually I'm going to get a 3-0 boomerang. I'm going to put it right over here, or maybe over here as well. I have not decided. And he started off with a boomerang. So boomerangs are okay to start with. I don't mind boomerangs. In fact, sometimes they're actually better, because... So this guy knows who I am, I guess. And this guy also has balloon decals, so just in case people are wondering, balloon decals are just the little blue... I think those are balloon decals, unless they're just... They have to be balloon decals. So he has a little yellow balloon decal or something like that, and it makes the balloons, instead of looking straight up red, they have a little something on all the balloons that he sends out at me. And now it's about time to get a Dartling gun, I believe. We can get a boomerang or something like that, but I think Dartling guns should suffice. Personally, I like getting Dartling guns because I can get a laser cannon or something like that, which can help me out for a pretty darn late game. So anyways, we get a Dartling gun. And this guy's kind of getting overrun with my red balloons, which is fantastic. It's exactly what I want to see. And I'm actually going to start sending out blue balloons at this guy. So actually, you know what? We're going to send out some pink balloons. Oh, no, never mind. I lied. No more pink balloons. He's got... Oh, wait, I think we can actually do some damage with pink balloons. Let's continue on with the pink balloons. We'll kind of mix it up a little bit, send up some pink balloons, send up some blue balloons. I want to keep up my economy, but I also want to do some damage to him. So, you're notice this guy's sending out group blues versus me, so I'm going to have to get something against those guys, and that means I need to get this upgraded Dartling gun. So my upgraded Dartling gun just got upgraded, and we're still losing lives, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, we're making him lose lives as well. And I'm getting more and more economy. We're going to have to upgrade either my cannon or something else pretty darn soon here to get not a lot of lives lost. So I'm actually going to stop with my income at $400. 400 in-game economy is enough for me. I feel like he doesn't have as good as an economy as me, so a little bit later game we will be better off. Anyways, I'm done sending out economy balloons. Now I need to start saving up for some sort of high-level Dartling gun, or a boomerang, or if he starts sending out grouped greens at me, I will indeed go with a 3-0 cannon. So that's basically what we got on the agenda right now. First things first, get this guy. I'm going to send out a couple black balloons against him, so I might be able to do some damage to him, so let's try it out. Damage is not that important right now. I just don't want to waste all my money on these black balloons, because the game's probably not going to last too much longer, to be totally honest with you guys. So indeed, he's actually beating my stuff with that boomerang. Now, the only real problem that I have... Okay, so he's starting to send out these green balloons. Which means we're going to need a cluster bomb here. So we get our cluster bomb, that'll pop all those green balloons, and we should be okay. So, what is next? What do we do? Well, I'm going to get a 3-0 boomerang. Let's get a 3-0 boomer. I'm popping most of these blacks right now with my Dartling gun. In fact, because there's no lag, I'm actually doing that. But now I have a 3-0 boomerang, and that should pop most of those black balloons, all the rest of those blue balloons. So I actually kind of like this boomerang spot. I like to put him on close, just because I want to hit as many balloons as possible. It's basically what I like to do. The plan is to hopefully not have those regrow balloons do too much damage to me. I don't think they will, as long as my 3-0 boomerang is actually doing his job. And I also want him to kind of waste a lot of money, but I don't think he will. As far as doing damage to this guy, we might send out some regrow zebras or something like that and try and do some damage to him. That's totally possible for us to do lots and lots of damage to him. Also, we need to make sure we get some sort of 4-2 cannon or a high-level dartling gun or some 2-3 boomerangs or something by the time we get to level 12. I personally don't have very much camo detection, so I'm pretty darn sure that I need to get some sort of high-level dartling guns. This guy's got a mortar up now, so he officially has a mortar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and send out some regrow zebras on the next level, and we're going to see what we can do with that. He's trying, or those were some more blacks and stuff like that, and trying out some regrow zebras and see what we can do here. Not too many, but I want to do some damage to with those regrow zebras. Hopefully we can. It doesn't look like we're doing very much at all, actually. So actually we are doing lots of damage. So let's send out a couple rainbows here. This is kind of like the this is the deciding moment right now. Like, are we going to be able to defeat him? I just need to wait and hold on to level 13 and send a giant rush. This guy's going with a giant pink camo rush, which is exactly what you need to do. And he got me. No, this is terrible. I should have gotten my laser cannon just a little bit earlier. Sadly enough, I did not, and he was victorious. So today I'm losing games left and right. I'm showing you guys how big of a noob I can possibly be. What I wanted to do is sell my 3-0 cannon in time and get a laser cannon, but it's kind of hard to try and aim those balloons and sell everything all at the same time. Bad micro in general by me. Don't do that. Play better. So what we're going to do is do the exact same thing on this level. I'm actually going to go mostly boomerang cannon on this level instead of dartling guns. Personally, don't really like dartling guns on this level, but indeed I will end up getting them just because they are a decent late game type of action. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get a lot of economy on this level. I actually like going pretty darn high economy on this level, at least 1,000, maybe at least 700, and sometimes up to 1,000, sometimes even higher than that, like 1,500 or something, depending on how late I think the game's going to go. I say that a lot. It's kind of dependent on how late you think the game is going to go, and I usually base that off of how high my enemy's battle score is or his record. So I usually look at my enemy's record and I kind of can tell if he's going to be reasonably good or reasonably bad. And I kind of base that on when I think I can beat my enemy at. Sometimes I really don't feel like going really late game when I don't have to. If somebody's kind of a noob, I'm assuming that they can't get enough good towers to actually defend all the rushes that I can send at them. But on the other hand, if I'm facing somebody sort of good, I'm assuming that they have some a pretty solid defense to able to defend versus everything I'm possibly going to send. For example, a giant rainbow regrow rush or something like that. Most good players can actually defend that pretty easily. So anyways, what's going on right now? Well, I still am at almost level 4, so what I have to do is save up for a 0-3 boomerang. So I'm just going to kind of wait this out a little bit, and because I'm going high economy in this level, I'm assuming that he's probably not going to send in any pinks versus me, but he could. But I'll just sell my cannon and get a 0-3 really fast. So there we go. Sell my cannon, do a little bit better micro than what I did last time, get a 2-3 boomerang right there, and that will stop all the pinks. So anyways, that should stop most of the pinks, hopefully. And in the meantime, I will just send out lots and lots of economy balloons. All the blue balloons I'm sending out at him. He may do some damage to me with these pinks, but I'm hoping that he doesn't do too much. You know, above 100 lives, I'll be okay. And that's basically the plan. So we got tons and tons of economy balloons. Look at my economy already, $363. It's freaking amazing on level 4. We're going to go for an extremely high economy. I'd like to get up to about 800 or 900 versus this guy, because guess what? He's also not going very much economy balloons. So because he's not going very many economy balloons, I'm planning on not having the game go too late. I just want to get a solid economy and then beat him on around 13 or 15. That's basically the plan right here. He's got wizards and cannons, which means I know that he doesn't really understand the game completely. Personally, not a big fan of wizards. Cannons are pretty darn good, so he's probably going to save up for a 4-2 cannon or something like that. At least that's my assumption. I don't know for sure. I also noticed that he's actually got farms over there. So farms are decent. They can actually do some... They can do pretty darn good for some of your economy. Personally, I like in-game economy just a little bit better. I feel like it's overall just a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop sending out balloons for a little while, because that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to defend against black balloons a little bit. So, that being the case, I will in fact, instead of getting a 3-0 boomerang, I will get just a 2-0 cannon. So the reason why I'm getting a 2-0 cannon is because I feel like that's going to help me out with those black balloons, and if he does start sending out black regrows or something on the next level, I can just get a 3-2 cannon or a 3-0 cannon or something like that, and actually defend versus all of the balloons that he can send at me on level 8. A 3-0 boomerang would work just as well, but I'd prefer a 4-2 cannon instead of a 3-0 boomerang for later games. That's pretty much what I'm thinking right now. Anyways, he's got a 3-2 cannon. So that's definitely helpful, but he's still not going much economy. I'm still going a lot more economy because I'm actually not too worried about what he's going to send at me. And plus if I get enough economy, so he's probably going to start sending out regrow blacks or something like that. So I need to save up just a little bit and get a 3-0 cannon. So let's get a 3-0 cannon just to start off here, and then eventually I will get a 3-1 is probably good enough for now. I will pop all those blacks and stuff with that guy. My boomerang's going to just pop all the black balloons, and then I will clean up the rest with my cannon, basically. And indeed, if he starts handing out regrows and stuff, I'll just get a 3-2 cannon, and that should actually suffice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm still sending out more balloons. I'm going to get up to 800 in-game economy, just because, not for any specific reason exactly, but just because I can. I could totally survive and get up to that much economy, and still get a good enough defense for level 12 and 13. So now we're at 800 in-game economy, so now it's about time to get your camo detection, right? Level 12 camo detection, you gotta get that first. And look, my in-game economy is so freaking high that of course I can just build my mortar from just 6 seconds of in-game economy, get my mortar, and in fact we're gonna place it right here. And now I have camo detection, and now I have full camo detection, so no camo balloons will possibly get by me with my awesome mortar camo detection right here. Next thing to do is make sure you have a solid regrow defense. So we're going to have to get some sort of 3-0 boomerang as well as a 4-2 cannon. So let's get the 3-0 boomerang first. As far as he's concerned, got a 4-2 cannon, got a monkey wizard, so I could rush him on level 13 and probably kill him, but it also depends a little bit on lag, so I'd rather not take the chance. I'm actually going to wait it out just a little bit. Because I have such a good economy, I'm not really too worried about him rushing me, or I'm not really worried about beating him really fast because I have the better economy. So here we go. Let's get ready to build our 4-2 cannon just in case he does try and rush me. Doesn't look like he's trying to rush me with anything specific. He's going with camo leads, which is just not going to work. He probably does not notice my mortar on the top here, and he wasted quite a bit of money. So if you're noticing, we're doing fantastic here. The next thing to do is probably get some regrow ceramics at my enemy. Regrow ceramics are kind of hard to beat with a 4-2 cannon alone. This wizard is not high enough to actually defend versus those regrow ceramics, so let's test it out. Regrow ceramics, as well as 1 camo regrow ceramic. Kind of expensive, but that's okay. I'm hoping that his mortar actually doesn't hit it in time. So he's got a wizard here. So his wizard is actually just shooting these regrow ceramics back and actually making him able to beat these balloons over here, which is kind of impressive, to be completely honest with you. I did not think that would be a good combination, but it's actually working for him fairly well. So anyways, what's the next thing to do? Make sure you have some sort of Moab popping power. So we're going to probably get either we can get some Dartling guns, we can get some Moab Maulers, and personally, Moab Maulers are a lot better. So let's get our Moab Maulers up. Let's at least get 2 of them. And now we're going to have to look at him. So, like, is he going to have Moab popping power by the next level? I don't know. I don't think so, because he really doesn't have that much economy. So he's probably going to plan on sending out some Moabs versus me, but I'll actually own the Moabs fairly easily. I got this boomerang, and the 4-2 cannon. He's trying to send out some regrow ceramics versus me, which is going to do absolutely nothing. I really cannot see him doing any possible damage versus me. He's trying to go with a huge mega rush at me, and it's just not going to work. I'm not lagging enough for that to do any sort of damage to me, and he kind of wasted a lot of money. And now, guess what? Regrow Moab, and then we'll also rush him with a couple more fast cooldown ceramics right here. So let's send out a couple fast cooldown ceramics. So all at once, we are hoping that this is just going to overrun him. And actually, like I said, I'm really surprised that this guy and these 2 guys are actually working very, very well together. But he will not pop that guy in time unless magically, just like magically, this guy shoots back all of those regrow ceramics back to the beginning, which I don't think will happen. Anyways, it looks like we might have won the game. Maybe not. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. So his defense is just working magically. This guy's working actually really, really well. I'm completely surprised by this Tornado Wizard. Completely surprised. Seriously, guys, I'm just like, I'm in awe right now of how good that guy is actually making this guy defend. He's still got 145 lives. He's got more lives than me. And indeed, if he sends out a BFB versus me, I will just upgrade to a Moab Assassin or something like that. Moab Assassins stop BFBs fairly easily. Anyways, I'm thinking about sending out a regrow BFB versus him, but I'm thinking maybe to just save up and send out a bunch of fast cooldown BFPs. So we'll just kind of do that. We'll wait till level 22, send out some fast regrow or fast cooldown BFBs, and overrun him probably really easily. So camo detection wise, look at that. Mortars are working fancy. Look at that. He's kind of right over here, so it actually does hit most of the guys over here, but indeed, it will have the secondary effect over here, which means no camo balloons will get through. So anyways, here we go. Fast cooldown, regrow BFBs, and then indeed we will send out a cooldown, fast cooldown Moab as well. So now we got Moabs and BFBs coming at this guy, and I really don't think he'll be able to beat those. They're all regrow as well, so the regrows will hopefully just like overwhelm him and just regrow into more random crap throughout the entire time. And it looks like that's exactly what's happening over here. Some of those Moab regrows are actually doing that. And now look at all these regrows. I'm really thinking that he cannot pop all of these guys. No matter how much he does, no matter how much he keeps sending them back, they will eventually get through. At least on my screen they are, so we are victorious. So that was kind of a fun game. And I think I'm just going to end it here. That was pretty darn epic. I actually really liked that one. Even though my first two games kind of completely sucked. Defend random doesn't really work too well unless you get some reasonable towers like boomerangs or dart monkeys or something like that. Those were reasonable towers to use, and especially on that level, it was just complete chaos. You know, it was total noob cake. And then we lost again, sadly enough, on the same map, Hydro Dam. And just so you guys know, you should probably just get a laser cannon. Even if you have to sell some towers, it'll stop pretty much all of your rushes on level 13 and stuff like that. And that's all I got for you guys today. So as always, likes much appreciated, and have a great day.